Yippee-ki-yay, motherfuckers. I just watched the season finale of Westworld, and I got some shit to say. My name is Kevin Lyons, and you're watching Film Brew Solo Edition. Okay, watching Westworld is like taking a math test that you didn't study for, right? Right when you think you got something figured out, they're like, nope, it actually means this, you dumb fucking idiot. It opens up with Dolores. You see Dolores being built for the very first time by Arnold. And that was really cool because only like her head and like her neck had fucking skin and the rest was like a see-through robot body. That was pretty fucking cool. I feel bad for Dolores. It feels like she's just on this acid trip and she keeps on getting flashbacks of her other life and she just never knows what time she's in. That's fucking confusing. That's horrible. HBO, you gave this woman a horrible life. You gave this robot woman a horrible fucking life. And then you got Teddy. Teddy hasn't died in a while. So Teddy has been riding with Ed Harris and then he finally dies and he gets fixed and he gets brought back into the town on the train. It's kind of like when you would play a video game and you get to the last level but then you died and then you have to go back all the way to level 1 and you're just like, fuck! This time he's pissed because he gets off the train and he starts doing his loop from entering the town again and then that big burly guy bumps his shoulder and usually he's like, what should I do? No, I'm not gonna shoot him. This time he's just like, fuck it. He just shoots him and then he just gets on the train going back to the last level like when you figured out the cheat code to get back to where you died. It's finally revealed officially that William is a young Ed Harris. And then he gets his ass kicked by Dolores all over this church. He gets his ass kicked and you think that's the end of the episode. And then he just puts on a tuxedo and goes and parties with Anthony Hopkins. He finally figures out that the maze is actually really for the robots. It's a way for them to figure out how to complete their consciousness so they can become self-aware. And then shit hits the fucking fan big time. This was fucking long. This was an hour and a half mindfuck. So Maeve, the robot hooker who becomes self-aware and then she makes friends with like the tech guy who like puts her back together whenever she gets shot and killed. And like, this guy is fucking useless. Who the fuck is this guy? Why is he helping the robots? This guy's a fucking idiot. But anyway, Maeve gets like super smart and she realizes, I'm gonna break out. Yeah. And she gets all of her like robot army guys ready together and they like start taking over the compound and like shooting all the guys and taking their guns. And she's like, I'm finally going to escape on the train. And she gets on the fucking train and then she sees like a mother and a daughter and she goes, you know what? I miss my robot daughter. I'm just gonna go back into the park and find her. And then she just leaves and she doesn't even escape. What the fuck is wrong with you? Stupid robot children. Okay, so now we know that Arnold died because Dolores shot him because he wanted her to, because the robots were gonna become self-aware and he didn't want the park to get open, and so he like had Dolores finally become self-aware and kill all the townspeople and then kill himself last and then everything gets reset and then it's 30 years later and the same thing happens again. And so I really like Ed Harris because he starts off in the park as William, young William, and he puts on the white hat to be like a good guy. But it turns out that the park like changes you and like he goes on this killing quest looking for Dolores. And then finally when he's gotten to the bottom of like his search for her, when he realizes that she doesn't even remember him anymore, he picks up the black hat and he puts it on and it makes him the bad guy. And the whole reason why he's looking for the maze is because he wants the robots to become self-aware so that they actually stand a fighting chance, because whenever you go into the park, you can't die, you can't get hurt. That's not a real adventure. And so he wants the robots to become self-aware so you're in an actual survival situation. And that's what we got. The whole board of the park is trying to force Anthony Hopkins out, and the whole season he's just talking about this new narrative he's gonna do, a new story for the park. And it turns out what the story is he is the one who's actually making all the robots self-aware. And then on his retirement party with all the bored guests, and they're all like drinking champagne, he's like, I got one more story for you. Guess what? The robots are alive and they're gonna kill you. And then Dolores kills him like how she killed Arnold. But anyway, the season finale ends up with all the robots finally becoming self-aware and being able to actually shoot the guests, the human visitors at the park. And that's where it ends up with like Ed Harris getting shot in the middle of this party. And then he has a smile on his face. He's like, holy shit, my dream just came true. I'm in a real cowboy thing. My predictions for season 2 is that now that the robots are self-aware and they can kill people, Ed Harris is going to retire the black hat, and he's going to come in with a good hat, and he's going to end up saving people. I have to finish this beer. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching Field Brew. My name is Kevin Lyons. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, do all that stuff. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what your theories are, what's going to happen. Or maybe if you could explain this series better than anything, I don't know. I feel like in order to understand everything, you need to go to college. Go to college, watch Westworld, fuck robots. I like, if I ever see a robot, I'm just gonna kill it. Honestly, I thought that Anthony Hopkins was gonna be a robot. He wasn't. He was just a regular old guy who got shot in the head.